So Dan, we know that you love sports, and let's say you had 5 minutes to sit down with a short filmmaker before they make their short film, and you're their coach. What are you going to coach them on? What are you going to say to them? They haven't made it yet. Maybe they're ready to go. They might have a script.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is going back to its belief in what the story you're trying to tell, belief in the subject matter. And I say that in the sense of you can't, anything you do, whether it's this festival, if you are in sports, if you are, say you are a basketball coach, but you don't love basketball, how are you going to put the passion and energy into actually doing it well and succeeding? You can't. You're going to fail. You will lose. You will fail. Same with a story or a film. You want to get together and make a film with a group of people, and you have to rally up grips, DP, their crew, PAs, assistants to follow you and help in any way you need, actors to say, okay, I'm going to emotionally give to you, and I'm not ready to do this because you don't seem that interested or that vested in this, or you don't believe in the story, or you don't know anything about the story. So that's why I go back to also when I said earlier, like you have to tell the story like tell the story that you can tell, that you can make. Don't like try to do something that's not familiar to you just because you think, oh, it's Daniel said this is what you have to do, this is how you get into a festival, you make it this way, or some festival programmer said, yeah, but if your film has to be great and inherently good anyway, it doesn't matter about genre or style or whatever. It's also, the film has to just be good. And a good film comes from someone who believes in their story and is passionate about the story they make. Any film that's won our festival and won awards, they're not films that were just made with like blasé effort. This is not happening. These films were dedication, hours spent, money lost, and a belief in the story, also understanding the story they're trying to tell, because they have a grasp on it. They're really passionate about what they wrote. Many times the filmmakers in the short space are, a lot of times, not every time, of course not, but a lot of times it is a writer-director, that's the same person, right? So if you wrote the script, you know the material, you should know it well. And if you didn't write it, then you believe in it strongly. That you say, hey, I want to team up with you and I want to make this film and I can direct your writing, I can direct your story. But you have to have that passion and belief. Because if you don't have that, you're just going to fail. The film won't be good. There'll be areas where it'll falter. People will know that you're not someone to follow, because if you're directing a group of people, the same way you're managing someone or coaching or all those areas, if you're talking to the players and they know you're talking out of your ass and you don't believe what you're saying and you're giving a half-ass effort, they know it, they sense it, they're not going to fight for you, they're not going to play hard for you, they're not going to care. Same way as in crew and actors, if you want someone to give you their all as an actor, especially with the actors, they're passionate, they're trying to give themselves to you. Whether it's emotional stuff, whether it's a breakdown scene or it's a fight scene and it's a couple arguing and they're having a real issue time and they're a married couple in the movie. They're two actors, they're not married, they're actors. You have to believe that that there's a married couple and they're fighting, and you got to get it out of them. And how do you do that if they don't like you at all, or they don't believe in what you're trying to do, or how you're trying to direct them, or the story you're trying to tell, or just how you operate? Like if they don't feel your belief and passion for what the story is and the movie being made, they're just going to give a half-ass effort and it's not going to be good. Or they're going to want to get out of there and just knock the lines out and go home because I'm done with this project, I don't care, or this is not for me, or this is not good enough for me, or whatever, and just get it over with. So I think that's a big thing. It's really, and it sounds simple and obvious, but it's not always the case. A lot of people in life do a lot of things half-ass or don't believe in what they're doing, or think they do but don't really, or they, in this case when it comes to storytelling, maybe they just want to try to impress and make a story that's not their own or not something that they believe in because they don't know the material well enough, or they don't understand the nature of what they're trying to tell with that story. Then it probably will end up showing. It'll see, whether it's even a writing flaw, or if it is a story about, going back to the analogy of sports, right? What if it's a basketball story and it makes no sense in terms of a basketball setting? Like the writers understand basketball, doesn't like basketball, but they want to make a basketball movie because someone told them to do it or something. And it's going to show that they don't know what the heck they're talking about. The story won't make sense. Now as a viewer watching the movie, you're like, oh, you're watching a scene of a basketball game and the score makes no sense and it's not really making any sense to what an actual sporting event would be like, right? Like if, like it wouldn't make sense. Then all of a sudden you're like, this is stupid. This is a bad movie, and they don't even understand the story they're trying to tell. They don't even know the sport. Like, if you're using analogies for baseball that are meant for basketball, like things like that, like keeping it in the basketball, in the sports sense, or the sports realm. So yeah, really knowing and loving what you're trying to do with the project is, like, first and foremost, is critical. It's just a must. And you'll see it reflect. And I go back to the winners, because if you're winning the festival, our festival, others getting nominated for Oscars, those films aren't made, with like a lack of passion or effort or belief in the story. None of those filmmakers have made those stories, have gone that far, made these films, just on some casual whim. Let's just make this thing, shoot it one day, knock it out, and just cram and who cares about detail. It's not that. It's made with dedication, passion, time, and effort. All those things. Not to mention, of course, talent and other things. You have to have that. So that's, I think, the biggest thing.